question today is all about student success. You know, are we giving access to college? Are we helping students complete college? Is there the kinds of experiences that make them whole in who they are and what they become? And without question, highest degree of participation in college sports this year, all of the elements that Mark outlined in regards to graduation rates. We're not reactive or defensive in terms of the role of college sports. You are part of the solution to demonstrating the degree of value. And really, I want to thank my D2 colleagues, and you're going to recognize one at lunch tomorrow that I believe has really been a great role model and mentor for many within Division II. But over the last decade, there's been really three key learnings that I've taken away that I think we're required to look forward with in terms of integrity. The first is we really have to heighten a sense of destination in terms of college sports. That's people, purpose, and really the means by which you have a North Star. Now, at NACWAA, you have a set of mission and value statements that are a North Star. You talk about empowerment and advocacy, the kind of mentoring, the degree of focus on student success, the lifting of people up, that would really be a great North Star for any institutional set of missions in regards to who you are and what you do. The second aspect that it really requires us to have is an alignment of all that we do. Because as soon as one circumstance, one aberration, one thing that's beyond our control happens, people call our integrity into question, and it gets to be a real sense of perhaps despair, and then we go into our defensive mode rather than kind of being proactive and demonstrating the value of college sports and what it means to our institutions. And the last is it creates a real sense of value for our students. There is so much change. The pace of change within higher ed is happening at such a rapid rate that this value proposition, there's no greater demonstrated value to students in terms of the co-curricular return on the investment that students make in time, energy, and resources, that it is an amplifier, you know, of purpose for our institutions. In regards to integrity, I think if I were playing offense, I would say we all have to start earlier. We have to drive harder with collaborations and partnerships which underline the integrity of college sports and its meaning to the academy. We have to assume responsibility for it ourselves. We all have to be encouragers at every level. And we need to look for those that are doing it right. And I know that's one of the things we may talk about a little bit as we move forward. But without question, I think NACWAA plays a very vital role in this conversation of creating destination alignment and value can't happen without you. And then how can we find, as Mark said, the means by helping each other do it in a way that makes college sports not one of those issues of challenge, but a real critical part of the solution for the challenge that's, and we've got a lot of headwinds, don't we, as a society, as a culture, and even within the academy. And again, college sports is one of those means by which we move things forward at a different pace with a different reason and a different purpose.
As any university president and chancellor, really significant involvement in athletics, which I have always understood and certainly understand now to be an important part of the university. I think that athletics serves in a way to not only for the training and experiences it provides the students, but is a way of tying the students and alumni to the university in a way that I don't know is very difficult to do the same kind of have the same kind of reaches without athletics. We're talking about winning and integrity in athletics, and I want to say that I think the issue of integrity in athletics is just a special case of integrity in higher education, but in a number of areas, particularly some of the things that have happened in the last few years. Whenever we have a situation where everything depends on looking good and winning, I think we have a temptation to have people, regardless of what kind of institutions, cut corners. And so I think the struggle is, and Mark said this earlier, how do we make not only winning, but winning the right way and doing things in the right way as important as the winning itself? How is it that we create that expectation and the culture that it will be done, that winning will be done, that playing will be done with integrity. And that applies to student athletes, and it applies to students generally, and it applies to the faculty and staff throughout the university. It's really been a very sobering experience to hear about it, and all the people involved know how far we can go astray. So I've been talking to the head of our University of Kansas, the head of our academic support program, and say, tell me what we're doing, assure me that we're doing this in the right way. And I think that, so focus on integrity is important. A continuous program of examining what you're doing, making sure that you're doing it right, but the expectation of integrity as a way of bringing students in, bringing faculty in, I think is something that has to be there, because you cannot do it by checking 100 rules and following people every day. It has to be part of what they expect to do, part of what they want to do, and I think that's the only way to change the culture.